we're not changing just how the house looks, but how the house feels for the next 20 years. Who's Bob Berriz? I'm a designer who started in the design field going on 50 years. I was raised in a family of landscape architects. My father was a landscape architect. I used to go to the office every day since I was 9 years old, Monday through Friday. It's amazing what you can learn at 9 years old, 20 hours a week. And that's how it all got started. What began as a family trade began as a philosophy, then a process, then a system, the Berriz Bespoke Way. People often call us looking to do a project, I really don't know what I'm looking for. And that's very common. There'll be questions that I'll ask, and what do you love about your home? And what do you not like? Those are two probing questions, but it helps me to understand where you're coming from.
Bob really listened to what we had in mind, and then he provided really good suggestions
and had ideas and design. And that's what he does so well. He really helps you design your home and upscale it. And he does it in a way that uses all the space, but makes it beautiful and practical at the same time.
So with the tools and the software that we have, you'll be able to know exactly what it looks like. It's what I call photorealistic. I mean, it's so detailed that let's say I'm working on a main bathroom and there's a mirror over the vanity. You'll see the reflection of the other side of the bathroom, the shower, whatever, in the mirror. That realistic. Most people have limits. Our job is to show you that you don't. If we can design it, we can build it, and you can enjoy it. The landscaping means as much to us as the construction. I mean, you can have the most beautiful home, but if it doesn't look right on the property, if it doesn't look like it belongs, if you don't fall in love with it before you walked into the home, then something's not right. We started with exterior projects first, how to have the home work with the land instead of fighting the land. So many times it meant regrading and reshaping the way it had originally been built by the builder. To me, it was very important that anything can be moved, especially when we were working with the exterior. It might have meant bringing in large boulders and large trees and cutting down walls to make it accessible. It was a project where we were looking for privacy in their pool area. In this job, we brought in specimens. There were trees that were 25 foot tall, instant privacy. We always deal with growers directly. We don't buy from local garden centers or nurseries that are in the area. When I design landscape, I design with shapes and masses. I don't design with actual plants. We stopped building decks out of pressure-treated pine. The pressure-treated pine decks required a lot of maintenance. We switched over to Brazilian walnut, late '94. The woods that we source are all certified forests that have been planted for many, many years for that purpose. Many times we also are foreseeing problems that the customer hasn't even seen yet. And we will bring those up and solve the problem they didn't even know they had. We have a portal that you log into that allows you to see what's happening. And then we also get together once a week to review notes. We actually send you basically a report card for the week to let you know what got finished and what's expected to be done the following week.
Well, they're experts at what they do. If there's an issue going on, they let you know immediately if something's not going to work so we can recalibrate. I love it because I always know when they're coming, who's coming, what the plan is. They also clean up after themselves because remember, in a remodel, you're living there while all this is going on. So I do love working with Bob and all his subs.
The Berriz process allows you to have that kind of freedom during the design process. We meet once a week for a 2-hour design session. These are live design sessions where it's all done as a Google Meet. You can be anywhere in the world. It happens all the time that, one customer traveling, one of the two, it's a couple, we log in and we're making changes live. You may say, hey, what if the refrigerator was moved to the other side of the room? Right there on the software, we move that refrigerator to the other side. Or what if we went with a lighter color cabinet? And we make that change in real time. We don't hand you keys and disappear. We stand behind our work.
The few things we've had that have gone wrong or just wasn't exactly what we wanted, even a year later, he comes back and he fixes it immediately. Really no charge. And I just find that outstanding because you don't find many people that stand behind the work the way that Bob does.
Shortcuts cost more in the long run. We'd rather do it right once than do it twice. Exterior work is so affected by weather that the craftsmanship and technique is incredibly important. The majority of projects that we do nowadays have elements of both. We're connecting the inside to the outside or the outside to the inside. I even think about looking out any window of the home. If you're inside the home and you happen to look out a side window or the back door, what are you looking at? I always aim to make all your views be beautiful. And if it means moving things, first of all, not doing the best design because something's in the way, that doesn't make sense. Put it where it should go.
He seemed as though he was as enthusiastic about the project as we were. So that was a nice partnership.
I've done this so long because it's a passion. It's not a job. And when you look at it as a passion, you never know when to stop. And we will go further than any other design firm because we love what we do. People don't renovate to change their house. They renovate to finally feel at home. We find that people are the most excited when they move into their new home. It's just a house. It's a place to sleep. It's a place to eat. And that's where we come in. We want it to be more than just a place to cook or eat or sleep. We want it to be a place where you thrive, where you just love hanging out at home.
I think I love it because when I come in here, it's my personality. Everything from the light fixtures that I pulled, the kitchen cabinet, everything was something that I picked, I selected. It's the quality, it's the color, it's just my personality.
I have to say it's seeing that light come in through the windows in the cathedral ceiling. That extra light in this room has transformed this whole front of the house.
With some of our projects, especially amazing backyard projects, people tell us that they'll go to a resort and the comment is, our backyard is nicer than most resorts we've been to. These projects that we do that people thrive and love their backyards, there's those projects where people, especially people who love to entertain, where everything's there. Not only is there a place to cook, plenty of seating, access to a bathroom directly from inside the house to the outside, or even a pool house with a full bathing and changing facilities. Imagine having an event in your backyard where you can host 50 or 100 people and no one even has to come inside your home. It's kind of nice. A home shouldn't look like the last owner lived there. It should look like you live there.
So I feel so at home. And I still, to this day, when I come home, I love my home.
Being someone who never remodeled anything, it was really sort of magical to see the house transform. I still kind of surprised that I live here.
Berriz is by your side from the first sketch to the last walkthrough. I find that nothing within those walls of your home, within the exterior walls of the home, is set in stone.
What inspired us to begin the remodeling? We might at some point need a caretaker who would live down there and care for us in our old age. That sort of inspired us to start thinking about remodeling the basement.
People call basements. I don't like to call them basements. My lower level projects are a lower level. It's another level of your home. There's one family we worked with. The redoing of their lower level was an amazing change. I remember Mary saying to me, ever since you finished the basement, Tom doesn't come upstairs anymore. And I said, well, is that a good thing or a bad thing? And she laughed and she said, well, I hadn't thought about it that way. But he just loved to hang out there. And their kids like to go down there because that lower level now offered something that the rest of the house did not.
Berriz Design has outstanding design. They use your space and give you every inch to work with. And at the end of the day, you're going to be in love with your house all over again.
We're not changing just how the house looks, but how the house feels for the next 20 years.
What I tell people who are considering working with Berriz Design is be open about what you want. Approach them as partners in your project.
Berriz Designs don't have limits. If you want it, you can have it. Even if you don't know that you want it, we'll show you what your options are and figure out how to make it happen. Designing from the outside in is a great way to approach a home. I always tell people, it's kind of like that sign that realtors sometimes use, must see inside. In other words, don't judge it from the outside. No, you should fall in love with your home before you even step foot in the house. You fall in love with a Berriz home the moment you walk up to it or drive up to it. I always tell people that a properly landscaped home, you should walk up to that home and say, wow, what a beautiful home. And it's not that one bush caught your eye or a certain tree, it's the whole package. You just don't know what it is. It's like a beautiful woman. You just say, wow, how pretty. If this is your forever home, build like it. If you're thinking of aging in place design, lower level design, a spectacular kitchen or main bathroom, a full remodel of the home, or an amazing backyard, we can help it happen. Give us a call, 703-552-7565, or you can email us at Bob, B-O-B, Berriz, that's B-E-R-R-I-Z, design.com. Berriz considers your project our project, your home a Berriz home. Click the link below to learn more.